Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I'm going to be doing another beginner build only um, tournament where I try to make a beginner build work in a tournament. I guess that's a self-explanatory. But today, it's going to be a pick six tournament, which means that each round I'm going to do something different, but I'm always going to be playing the beginner build that I've posted a YouTube video about. Our first matchup is Wood Elves Dwarves, which is, I think, kind of a classic matchup. Can be pretty difficult for the Wood Elves, I would say, but with the right build, Wood Elves can trade up into Dwarves. But thanks everyone for coming. Turn is going to be streaming at the same time, so I expect viewership to be a little bit lower. But I'm really posting this for the people that probably will watch. That'll watch later. I think the second round I've picked Skaven because I've been itching to play the Skaven beginner build for a while. So, anyways, there's going to be some challenges in this matchup. Let me just get set up and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. So let's think, how are we going to approach this? I kind of want to take the side points first. Actually, let's take the center. The Dryads can try to capture the side points. Hopefully he doesn't have the blasting charges just like waiting there for me. Spears will not be incredibly useful in this matchup for kind of obvious reasons. But let's actually, maybe we'll set up a little ambush over here so uh, they'll see the Dryad on the point, and then the Wildwood Rangers will kind of appear. Let's go with this. Yeah, true. You can just tab between the two. Um, should be good. This might be a really silly idea in general to do another beginner build only tournament, but for the sake of just showing people how to play the game, I think it's worth doing this again. Uh, One second, let me just, before I ready up. Come on, Doc. Ouchie. Yeah, okay. I am ready. Let's see if my opponent is ready as well. Thank you for waiting. If my opponent ever watches this, thank you for waiting. And then what I want to do is put you like here. I think that would be funny. Um, with the expectation. Oh my goodness. Look at this. That's hilarious. I love that. I still get the point. I wonder if I can use an arrow of Kurnos. Does that change my strategy a little bit? Perhaps. I mean, maybe this is silly to go back in again. I want to run this down with Cav, but there's so much here. I feel like that's just a bad. All right, so this actually worked out. The hidden unit was in a good position. I mean, I'm tempted to try to blob them up, but they're gonna die on the charge. So you just shoot that. We do have a bolt thrower. The Pugman Ranger is kiting back. I like that. Might as well push up a little bit. Our Swiss Shiver Shard is getting shot. Let's put a Flesh to Stone on you. And let's just heal these units as well. You can shoot that. Let's just bring you back. Let's avoid the blasting charges. And let's even... All right, so what do I want to summon here? I think now I can summon some Cav. Let's just put another on the blobbed up unit over here. All right, you've routed off the bugments? Seems like it. Right. You can jump in here. Maybe you can come here. This is looking a little difficult for my opponent already. Let me actually push the spears up, get a little bit extra pressure. Now the bugmans are routed. Let's actually bring in, rotate a little bit. And then there's one more blasting charge there. Still haven't used my Arrows of Kurnos ability. Wonder if I can bait it out. All right, so shoot, change your target. Bring you across, attack the miner. All right, Rangers. Now it's getting shot. I'm just trying to avoid getting hit by too many of these blasting charges, and then I'll rotate to... Oh, that's bad. I'll bring you over here. All right, is that Slayers? Oh, those are Bugmans. Okay. Dryads. Now that needs to get out. What did I... Oh, right. I forgot I put Arrows of Kurnos on that. So bring in... I want to keep the point now. Not give up that much space for the points. All right. And you, ideally, I would want you to shoot Slayers, so... All right, my Lord is dead. That's never good. They're just straight up dead. All right, let's see how is it going. Let's see if we can just drop a... All right. Now, basically, I think I just want to win this point back. I'd like to win the point. And then, yeah, let's bring you back and hit here. I've killed pretty much all of the range units now, which is nice to see. All right, and I'm getting capture weight. I really need to conserve their ammo because, okay, there's one more. Actually, let's do this. Let's bring the, we just shoot the first Slayer we can see. All right. Now we can apply some pressure on the middle too. Let's say we get you there and you coming here. Now that should be timed well. So I break their charge defense, hopefully. Not really. All right, then you shoot that. You come here. You keep shooting that. I kind of want the other... I mean, this looks isolated. Maybe I should put some pressure on the middle. I'll just bring my Lord back, honestly. The extra leadership is nice. Get the slow on the Bugmans. All right, so you need to be unsummoned. Just be annoying with the bugmans. You come here. All right. Be annoying. We have an iron breaker over there. All right. Maybe I can just buy some time with the iron breaker. Or actually, I think I just want to avoid the iron breaker. Unsummon that. Are you another ranger? Yes, you are. All right. The Longbeards beat that unit. Surprising. And I think what I'm going to do for the Iron Breaker, I'm going to summon a single archer unit. And that's going to be really annoying for him. I think I want you back in the pool. I don't have a ton of them. All right, you can come try to kill Bugmans now. Eternal Guard. All right, let's see. Wonder if I can shoot the Iron Breaker. It probably would be useful. And then I'm actually going to keep throwing. Let's just shoot at the Slayers, I guess. I don't really have a better target right now. Well, actually, let's just do a little explosion there. How am I doing on points? I like how my unit is routing, even though his unit is even fighting my unit. That's pretty funny. He's another miner. We can bring you back on the point. Come back over here. And then I think what I want, bring another Wild Rider. How are we doing on time? That's what I want to know. And now we have a gyrocopter. Okay, interesting. I'm probably going to abandon this side over here so I can focus on the center. Are you charging the archer? You are. All right, well, that's unavoidable. I mean, that was avoidable, but I did not avoid it. And then you can do this. That was a little too late. Let's actually use Arrows of Kurnos on it. All right. I think I need a better unit to kill the Iron Breakers. All right, you would kill the Rangers. All right, so we've swapped points a little bit. I do think I only need the 1 point now. Which is really good. Means that I can probably just reinforce it with like dryads. Maybe this unit is better spent shooting gyrocopters. Because gyrocopters have pretty low HP. All right. Probably just want these spears to come back sooner. Actually, I do have a second one, so let's just bring something to kill gyros. Gyros are a pain in the butt. A bombing run here. Yeah, and so I'm gonna just gonna try to win on points for the most part now, to the extent that that's doable. And you come here. He's got to rotate basically everything he has to this point. There's the ranger unit, the regular ranger unit beat my cav. That's funny. All right. You can come here, fight that. And then I think I'm just gonna keep sending units in. All right. Yeah, I think I just need to get more units onto the point. That's so funny. All right. Block up, please. Come back. This Ironbreaker over here is still just hanging out, having a vacation, which is good for me. I'm not complaining for sure. I think likewise the Triad is losing to like the remnants of the Slayers. I think you just need to go in guard mode. That unit's not going to do that much damage. All right. How much time do I have? So I don't need that much time. What are these Slayers doing? And I think I can just get like a cheap cav to block up some of this stuff. I mean, I can even maybe summon. Hard to say what exactly I should prioritize here, but I definitely shouldn't let my lord die, that's for sure. And second wave of units are here. That's good. Outcapping here. Helpful. Late game Prey of whatever. Prey of Aeronaut Rama. Alright, and then just run away from the blasting charges. We can use like Wildwood Rangers to capture that. And then GG. So Wood Elf, Dwarf, beginner. GG. GG to my opponent. Let me write him. Well, pretty unusual to like win on a points victory in the center. Maybe I should have rotated to one of the sides. Slayer's got a lot of summons. This one probably killed my lord. I couldn't easily get her out. Bugmans like were a raid boss. They couldn't be killed really. And just in their short time, the gyros paid for themselves. Even with like the armor piercing archers. These were nice. I definitely wish that I had like unsummoned one of them sooner so that I had them back in the pool. Now let me report the score. I've been having a habit of not doing that. And maybe I should have kited a little more at the beginning. I mean, getting on the points and staying on the points was pretty helpful. I did a good job not letting them get good value out of their blasting charges. But the ranger block maybe was a little bit more of a bait. I'm not sure if I should have dove that in the end. I used a lot of WOM too on that dive, but perhaps it was okay. the Bugmans, the two Bugmans. The first Bugmans didn't do that well. And the ambush was pretty funny for the Wildwood Rangers. Hi DS, thank you for the message. Glad you're getting some use out of it. And Rakasha, would I take a Treekin in this matchup? Mm, maybe if it was a certain map, but I feel like with bolt throwers these days and a lot of the shooting, I'd be a little worried about that. But it might make sense because I'm pretty sure a Treekin is let me see. Treekin. Okay, so Treekin, do you mean the Treekin or do you mean the tree, the big tree, the tree man? Treekin are like good for mass, really. They're not really that good for like doing damage. Let's see how it turned him. Yeah, Treekin. I think Treekin, like the one thing that they're pretty good at is being like a thing that's pretty difficult to remove, and especially like a high amount of mass. Yeah, so they kind of just hold like they're kind of a wall. But some players like Treekin more than me. They might be onto some secret that I don't know, but I've never been incredibly impressed with them. Never really figured out how they fit into the whole, I don't know, the whole winning strategy. But I guess like if you're combining Treekin with spears, then that can be pretty good to just have like a bulletproof front line, but they're just a little expensive. And their damage output's really low. Well, let's see how Turn is doing. Let's see. He's got good viewership, 800 people for this time of the night. Looks like he beat Maverick Sloth. Maverick Sloth is playing Wood Elves today. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, because it's a pick 6, of course. The next round, I think we have. I think the second map is Jade Tomb, which means that I'm playing Skaven. So I think I'll be playing this build from Skaven. I think that's it actually. Skaven beginner. Do I remember what I even put on? Cleansing Ruin, Howling Warp Gale, Brass Orb, Unlimited Power, Doom Wheel, and more melee in the secondary. I'm missing something. Why is my beginner build half finished? All right, I gotta look at the video then. I guess I didn't save that build. It's surprising, but I'm pretty sure I saved all of them. Maybe I saved over it. Okay, let's see. Skaven. Skaven. One of the first factions that I did. One of my most popular videos from earlier. I think it's clearly a faction that people like. Okay, so this isn't the build. Let me just build this based on the video. Okay. So Ikit is correct. And then 5 clan rats. 5 clan rats. All right, it was, I think, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then the rest of the army is correct. And then for the secondary, it looks like it was 2 spears, 2 regular, another Night Runner. It's kind of funny, like looking back at the builds that I started with, and how my opinions of matchups have changed. Or my opinions of like how to do a beginner build has changed. I do have a globe. I thought I included a globe. Okay, that's good. And then another storm vermin. Looks like I didn't bring the Ashen Triad. Storm vermin. 2 rat ogres. I think that's it. Okay. Save that army. Right over this nonsense. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, beginner tournament. It would be fun to play in a beginner tournament, but maybe that's not completely fair to my opponents. You can look at it as if this was a beginner tournament, and I'm the beginner. I'm just playing beginner builds and learning about them. Beginner build player. Not quite a beginner player. Okay, I have my next opponent. I can just invite them because I'm already set up. And Jade Tomb. So let's see what the let's see my opponent. My opponent is going to be Grand Cathay. Grand Cathay into Skaven. Really, with melee Skaven, this is going to be a little easier, perhaps. But this player is a good Grand Cathay player. I actually have a cast playing this player with great Grand Cathay coming up on my channel soon. And it's a very special cast. With 19-0 in the tournaments. Don't try me. Well, it's awesome that you're playing. It's a great job trying it. Tabith, I don't know if you've explored some of the they're like clans that can help you learn. There's maybe some resources or just playing on the ladder if you want to get more familiar. But Tabith, what kind of problems are you running into? Maybe we can help you. In the meantime, I'm just gonna chomp on my dinner. But there's a faster way. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to add to that pile so there's a little bit more to look at. I guess a better way of saying would be to check out streams from streamers that are winning a lot, like Outer Region. Maybe some of my streams where I'm not memeing too hard, and some of Turn streams, and try to ask yourself what, like, why they're doing what they're doing. Mm. Try to ask yourself why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe pause the videos every now and then, so you're not just like passively watching it. You're actually trying to figure out. And you can also ask yourself, like, if I was playing. Yeah, there are some people. Check out Outer Region streams. He's still pretty active. Not that many other people are still active though. Um, but yeah, if you just like pause it every now and then and say like, okay, well, like, what are they gonna do? Try to guess what they're gonna do and see how they actually do it. And I find that's really helpful for like practicing your like meta game. But for micro, really for micro, the only real improvement is practice, is just to practice. Yeah, there's not really that many. It is a shame that um, there's so few. It's also kind of funny that like a lot of the viewership is very concentrated in turn stream, and there are some others that do land battles, like Human Boy. Yes, yes. Hello Kitty Adventure Island. That sounds great. I mean, I've basically been playing that with Fortnite recently. Just enjoying like big colorful screens and Godzilla appearing and silly things. Yeah, it's not Dom. I do think that Dom is a better game. Conquest is in the middle for me. My thoughts about Domination are that I think Dom is the game is longer and you have to make decisions more spread out throughout the battle. Like in land battle, I think a lot of your troops tend to die at the beginning, and then you're left with like microing 3 or 4 units. Sometimes that's true in Dom too, but the kinds of decisions like you don't really make really big tactical decisions in the middle game or the late game in land battles. Where Dom, you're like you can make tactical decisions that impact the battlefield like basically up till the last minute if the game is close. I mean, if you just straight up lose at the beginning, then that's that. Yeah, I've never played tabletop, but it looks fun. It looks fun. I've played like similar games that were like strategy board games that I really enjoy, but never tried tabletop itself. Turin tries to get me to play Chaos Dwarves every now and then in tabletop, which I wouldn't be down. I would be down for, but I'm pretty bad at painting, and I really feel like it's kind of a lifestyle to play tabletop. Like there's so much, and like you have to overcome so much barriers to entry. My opponent says that he's ready, but I haven't played Old World. I'm going to check out Age of Sigmar. Oh, that's great. Honestly, I don't know much about the differences. Age of Sigmar is before Old World. Like Age of Sigmar is like the prequel to Old World. Let me fix this. My screen is very bright. All right. I did 40K for a few years. I liked the building and playing part. Painting wasn't my thing. That's Age of Sigmar lore is awful. Um, yeah, 40K seems cool too. I'm excited to see how 40K playing goes. Like I think I would enjoy playing the game. If there was a Total War 40K. I imagine there will be. Um, Total War has been so profitable for Creative Assembly that I would have a hard time imagining that they don't do it again. So I think I can get away with. I'm gonna try to get away with taking this point. I kind of suspect my opponent is gonna try to do some shenanigans here. He readies up instantly. That's a little BM, if you know what I mean. Bad manners. I actually put the wolf rats out there so that they can get to them quickly. My opponent also has a lot of units, so the fact that they um let's put you in guard mode. The fact that they readied up immediately is kind of funny. I space out my units a little bit more just in case he is a fire rain rocket. I kind of expect a fire rain rocket. All right. So, very defensive posture. No, wait, Jade Lancers? Okay. I'm not afraid of the Jade Lancers. That's something that I'm like kind of happy to see, honestly. I'm actually gonna wait to summon a Doom Flare right away because what are these? These are Jade Warriors. Go over here and try to poke him over here. I'm gonna summon a unit of Doom Flares because the all right, let's bring you over. All right, it's just a cannon. That's not a big deal. The cannon will actually let's take you off fire at will for a second. Are we gonna get in range of the cannon? Probably not. Let's just shoot some of the crossbows. I'm gonna rotate over here to maybe we can get a cheeky brass orb on down too. All right, Doom Flares need to come back. Cannon is still shooting at Doom Flares. What's the range of the cannon? Cannon go pretty far. Wonder, is it worth doing? Surely he's gonna dodge it, right? Nope. All right. Now to try to kill Mao Ying or not. Oh, I should get unlimited power. Is this a regular? No, it's another Jade Warrior. Angle is a little better at them. All right. We come in. Let's bring another Rat Ogres. They're going really aggressively. All right. We already have answers here for it. I mean, it's not really doing that much damage. Alright, and Doom Flares can go in. I think we just do this. I'm okay with that. And then let's try shooting again. Maybe I should be more aggressive here. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. And then Howling Warp Gale for sure on you. Right. Doom players can come back. Let's bring you across to fight the peasant long spears. All right, you should still be fighting that. All right, Miao Ying wants to fight. There are a lot of things there that are happy to fight him. And this is a big mess. I guess I'll just put you here. All right, let's bring you back. And then I guess I'm gonna bring another wolf rat up. I'm not sure. All right, there we go. Ooh, okay, now I do need a wolf rat. Unfortunately. Um, Miao Ying is taking a lot of damage. Let's get some more clan rats up. I feel like I need more buffering. You come back, attack that. Yeah, you come here too. Let's keep shooting Jade Warriors, perhaps? All right, you come back. Let's just bring you across. Keep fighting in the middle. All right. That's dealt with. Let's see if we can clear up some of the infantry. All right. And then I think I would like to bring out, put it for one more. That's unfortunate. That's a good one. All right. A lot of my stuff is routing, which is the Skaven thing. I don't know how big of a deal it is, honestly. All right, there's another very good one. And then we're gonna summon more of these. All right, we can probably get some terror outs here. And I would like to recapture my back points. I summon some stuff. Wow, what a good shot. All right, don't die, Ika, please. That one unit of, let's see if this will break here in a second. All right, and then we come here. Let's bring Ikit back. Try not to die. All right, you should do a lot of damage to this blob. I don't really need the terror out, but I can use it anyways. And then what are you shooting? Yeah, kill the crane gunner for me. All right. We're stabilizing a little bit here. Bring you back. You come over here. Maybe I'll kill Mao Ying. All right. Oh, it's not even worth like trying to unsummon. So this one unit of the what are you shooting? Wow, that Giselle did a ton of damage. Okay, that Giselle has to go. All right. I'm gonna wait for another overcast. And then do I summon? I think I just summon more units, honestly. And then you shoot that. Oh my gosh. All right, well, there you go. Well, that's unfortunate. Um, that was not a great one to do. Died very quick. I guess it was just the Maybe I can shoot you actually. I think it was just the crane gunners, honestly. I'm probably gonna wait to summon Ikit again because I really need him. All right. We just took a really big leadership loss. I think I'm going to try to wait. We're gonna try to consolidate until Ikit can come back. This is a lot of damage that I just got. Maybe I can get Miao Ying in enough close to dying enough that. All right, watch out for the. I see you trying to go for it. Come on, kill it, please. Terror routed. Yeah, I'm gonna have a very hard time now. That was really a ton of damage. It did half of its health. Pretty much right away. You can go here, you come here. That's fine. Yeah, look at all this stuff terror routing. So I can be a little bit patient here. I don't need to run to the points. All right, Ikit is back. What we're gonna do now is try to kill Zhao. Zhao. Try to kill Zhao Ming. Try not to lose the Lord again right away. But I took a pretty heavy amount of damage from that. Must have been the double hit cannon thing. I bet that's what happened. The bug got me. All right. Now I need some infantry, but I can't do too many infantry units. Okay. What is this? Jet lion? Okay, I'll drag him into the thing. In fact, let's just put that on you. Oh, it's a peasant horseman. Okay. I do need the points. Get you back in the control group. And now bring out some support. There's Zhao Ming's heal, so that's not the best for me. I thought that he had already used up the heal. Yeah, this is an uphill fight for sure. Unfortunate that I didn't capture this point, but it'll have to just be that I'll have to just do. Oh, and you stopped chasing for some reason. All right, so how am I gonna deal with this situation? This is not ideal. I could hope that. What is silencing me? Does this have silence now? What silenced me? Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a little tight for sure. All right. Let's bring you over. All right, so this is a pretty big Flensing Ruin. He'll have dragged in a lot of. All right. And then you're Jade Lancer, so I definitely want to nuke you. Wonder if I can kill the crane gunners. Probably not. Honestly, I don't know if I have anything that will turn the tide of the battle. I think losing Ikit was sufficient for me to lose the whole game, unfortunately. Yeah, the Jet Lion must have silence on it now. I don't know if that's new or if that's always been the case, but well, it must be new. What happened to the Doom Flares? Are you just fighting in there? I guess you are. I guess I fell for the trap of don't try to kill Miao Ying. I never got this point, right? So I can pretty much resign here. There's not really anything else for me to do. Ugh. The single entity squad was pretty devastating. The Celestial Lion with the terror routes after Ikit got low. That's pretty backbreaking. Yeah, there's nothing left. I ain't got nothing left. All right. I'll concede defeat. Give my opponent a GG. Skaven GC. But yeah, man, I really want to go back and look at the canon. So let's have a look at it because that was pretty insane damage on Ikit in a really short period of time. Um, I mean, this will probably tell us. It was the cannon. I think the cannon did the double shot glitch. They said that they fixed it, but I don't think they did. Because like 3 or 4 cannonballs just did like two like 3k damage on Ikit. Yeah, Celestial Lion was a good choice. Wonder if I played this correctly. I felt pretty like commanding in the beginning, but things routed pretty quickly, so maybe I needed to switch like what I was using. The cannon shots got pretty good value in just the first shot. At 24-5 kills. This unit does do a lot of damage over the course of the battle. Ikit did great. Yeah, I'm like dodging most of it. Okay, well, maybe I forget about Ikit for a second, but I don't really know why he did this. The cannon still can shoot this the whole time, which is nice for him. A pretty long range, actually. All right, let's just go fast forward to the when it takes all that damage. I mean, he has a lot of Jade Warriors here. Maybe I needed to summon my Doom Flayers earlier. Even still, it felt like it was going fine. Because I got a big route on the back point. I killed lots of his units at once. Um, I mean, it's really hard for me to say that like Ikit just instant dying turned the tide of the battle. The Crane Gunners was a good summon from him. Turned out to be difficult to deal with. And maybe I should have been more aggressive, but he is better cav than me. Yeah, so chariots, all chariots, and I think it technically counts as a chariot, have this bug where like the hitbox is getting something about their hitboxes is getting double hit. So I've seen this happen before with the all right, let's see. Are we shooting this yet? No. Let's see how this is going. It all right, so there's Ikit. It's gonna happen pretty soon. Maybe once the crane gunner starts shooting Ikit. Probably a mistake to just cast Blending Ruin on Xiaoming. But maybe not. Alright, 3 cannonballs. That's not really it. Alright, let's see. Maybe it was just like one really good crane gunner shot. Alright. The crane gunners aren't doing a ton of damage right now. Alright, it's about to happen. Alright, so it does take some damage from the crane gunners. This is all pretty, still like pretty normal. And just one really big volley. Well, I guess he didn't have as much health as I thought he had, so I guess this is still in the realm of like not completely insane. All right. All right, what's going on? All right. Maybe it wasn't then. I thought it was that was when it was. Okay, so 2 cannonballs just did about so 4 cannonballs did 2k damage. A little less than 2k damage. 4 cannonballs should do 800 damage. No, sorry, they should do. It's hard to tell because this is over 10 seconds, but um anyways, they should do less damage. So it probably was the double hit bug. I wonder if it was like the angle or something. 1400. Still probably too high for the cannonballs. It's hard to tell exactly how much damage they do. Maybe it's 4 times 4 is 1600. So maybe he just got 4 shots in a row and that happened to kill Ikit. Ikit was lower than I remembered. But like this state of the battlefield, he has no artillery on the battlefield. Or sorry, he's practically no infantry. If my lord hadn't routed, a lot of this stuff comes back. Like this stuff all routes like instant routes. And I have 2 more clan rats there. It would have been close still. It's definitely not like would have been over immediately. But I think I am winning here. The fact that the cannon got this much value is pretty crazy. I guess I was too respectful of the cannon. Just letting it shoot the whole time. The first 2 did 1k together. Yeah. I mean, it's possible that they got bad armor rolls. It's probably more likely the double hit bug is still in the game. I think I have seen that other people mention that it's still there. But I mean, whatever. Ikit was pretty low. I could have been more careful. The cannon was shooting. So, bug or no bug, it's not like I played this perfectly. Maybe seeing how all things worked out. I mean, maybe I'm going more aggressive. It doesn't really feel right either. Perhaps really like the best method here is just to kite. Feels weird as Skaven, but because I have the crane gunners that were doing a lot better than his crane gunners, I guess these things have snipe. I guess I kind of forgot they have snipe. Um, I probably could have just kept shooting his archers and then summon more infantry and then kind of collapse. The point lead was fine, so I had time to work with. Yeah. Anyways, good game to my opponent. He played well. It's twice he's beaten me with Grand Cathay, which is a faction that I consider to be like the worst factions in Dom. Wow, look at that shooting. Just killing two. Um, yeah, these things are routing with like when they're fighting things with like tiny little bits of health. And then maybe at this point of the battle, I'm just pulling everything back. There's Zhao Ming has 8k with the heal still. It's 25%. 25% is of 8k divided by 4, 2k. So maybe that was a mistake too. Like maybe I should have been more opportune with my cleansing ruin casts, instead casting them on the ground as opposed to on Zhao Ming. Yeah, I think the next faction that we're gonna play is, let me double check. Let's see. Next map is Edge of the Darkwood, so we're gonna be playing Beastmen. Okay. The Jet Lion was cute. I don't think this thing has terror, just fear. It didn't really pay for itself, but it was annoying to deal with in the middle game. Especially with the combination of like, this can blob up infantry and monstrous infantry, and the cannon and crane gunner can shoot into it, so you don't really need that much. This map too is pretty favorable for shooting factions, which technically Skaven are a shooting faction, but the way that I've made this build, they're a lot less of a shooting faction. And the cannon is practically impossible for me to kill on this map. I'd maybe have to have been gotten sneaky with the wolf rats and like run them through the trees or something. But okay. My next opponent, my easy third round opponent is just scrambled egg special. That's nice. Scrambled egg special. Wonder what faction he's playing. Do you have a lobby already? Edge of the Darkwood. We are playing the Beastmen. I think this is the beginner build already. Um, these Tomb Kings. Not an ideal matchup, honestly. This is probably one of the worst matchups that I could have expected. I do have some tools for dealing with big scary monsters. Well, we'll have to see. We will have to see. We're not changing the build anyway, so even if it's the wrong build. Every time I try matter, it's like a 10-minute wait, a 20-minute wait. Yeah, it's unfortunate that like Creative Assembly doesn't do more for multiplayer in this game. I think they just assume that the community doesn't want to play multiplayer, and so they don't invest in multiplayer. Yeah, also if you want to join, if you ever join the Rat Clan Discord, I can't remember if you're already in it, Tabith, but you can post on the Looking for Games channel. We have a lot of beginners and more advanced people also looking for practice games. So you're welcome to join. And if you need the link, you could just message me on Discord and I can send it to you. Um, but yeah, I wish that they did more for this game for multiplayer. I mean, I think it's pretty sad. Um, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tabith. That's unfortunate. Well, I would say that's not representative of most of the members. Um, but thank you for letting me know. I'm sorry that you had that experience. Yeah, if ever I see that happen, I definitely will speak out and try to make the Rack Discord like a more inclusive kind of place. But it does sometimes happen, so I'm sorry that was your experience with it. Hmm. Yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Tomb King's Beastman, not the matchup that I'm like super thrilled about. I think I've had a couple bad matchups this tournament, but it's all in the sake of learning. I mean, I think of how I can play this. I kind of want to get some of the infantry out of the way, get the throwing axes on top of the big monsters. But the question is, do I wait for the Minotaurs before I engage? Not sure. Would a wide rush of dual weapon gores be better? Maybe, but the whole point of the build of the video is to play the beginner builds. I think the gores would just die to Cetra. I'd be pretty surprised if he doesn't bring Cetra. On the other hand, it is scrambled egg, and I think scrambled egg is more inclined to bring something unusual. So we could end up with like archers or like a very melee heavy build. Scrambled egg is a pretty creative player, so we'll have to see what he's come up with. I've lost this matchup before, but I didn't bring a big Sphinx, and I think the Sphinx is key the for Tomb Kings. Like I think if you bring kind of like a mobile shooting. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, when I lost this matchup to Martin, and basically he went pretty heavy with Centaurs, I think. Um, Scrambled Egg has a lot of units, so I'm pretty content to see that. Like I said, Scrambled Egg is much more likely to do something a little off the wall. I think then. Yeah, what am I gonna do here? It depends what he's brought, I think. I probably want to go wider. And then the butchers. Yeah, well, we'll just have to see. If he brings a lot of shooting, like a lot of archers, then I might bring out all of my. I mean, I don't have a lot of infantry, so bring out all of my infantry is not a very um, exciting sentiment. But and before a chariot rush, if I see chariots, I probably am happy. I think centaurs are pretty good at killing chariots. But okay, I'll tell him ready. Let's see what we got. All right, so he's brought a lot of skirm cav. This is actually something that I'm like much more happy about. The skirm cav will do poorly into my archers. Let's see who's paying attention. Yep. Right. And then what's the rest of his build? We have a chariot, etc. And a lot of archers. So very. I mean, is it worth trying to shut down Cetra? Probably not. Let's see, will you make it there in time? I think you will. And I want to make all of my spear infantry coming out. And then I can bring out some to party. We have a lot of skellies, a lot of skeletons. All right, we get back from the sepulchral stalkers. All right, that's cool. I think I'm okay bringing Gorehurt. So he really just charged in. That's surprising. That's gonna be good for me. At the end of the day, the butchers will heal. All right, there is the predicted chariot. Let's bring you over. All right, bring you back. Just wait here in the bushes, recharge. All right, come back, please. Kotep will take damage there for sure. And I think, honestly, yeah, it's funny. He's doing my tactics against me. I'll probably put another all right, let's actually go wider. We have an infantry advantage here. I guess I should be casting Flock of Doom. Syrians is annoying. Not that big of a deal. All right. That's a really good Flock of Doom right there. I think he forgot that I had this spell. I mean, I'm content to do this for a while longer. I don't think waiting benefits him. All right. Four, three, two, one. It's another great Flock of Doom. All right, let's go. Let's come in. And then we're gonna go here. You come here. I'm like a little out of place. It's probably a little too preemptive. And then we get you in here. He's got so many units. All right. Sepulchral stalkers are there. Let's just shoot them. Come over. We're both like pretty taxed in our micro right now. Butchers are not. Kalkengard can come in. All right. This, I need that one soon. All right, you shoot something useful. You come here. I think I'm struggling to get through all of the I'm struggling to get good value out of the all right. That's fine. I still have the point. How much longer do I actually have to hold it for? That's a good question. All right. Let's actually bring in preemptively some. All right. Centaurs come across. Kara Horseman. He brought so many horsemen. He definitely read the whole. He read correctly the situation of bringing as many centaur or anti-centaurs as you can. All right. Let's say just keep whittling those down. Bring you back. All right, you come here. I kind of feel like I'm gonna win this on points. How much longer do I need before I'm winning on points? That's a good question. Not much longer, but it is still. That's a good one right there. All right. And then I think my next summon is going to be, I need to unsummon you, come back to this point. All right, now Hikar Horseman can get charged. I'm surprised they're still alive, honestly. Yeah, okay, so I don't need 3 anymore. Which means that I can probably afford to summon the butchers. Not the butchers. All right. Let's bring you onto the point for a little bit longer. All right. Now we have one more Minotaur. I'll just let you take the blow. And now I want a spear to buffer. There's a little bit more buffering. And let the... All right. So now the classic question of, does he have enough time? I wonder if I can get charges off. I don't think he's going to be able to do this, honestly. That's a great one right there. Got a lot of infantry to work through. I mean, he does have the big kitty, which is going to be hard for me to deal with. How much time does he have? He's got some time. You can go here, just buffer. It's got a lot of stuff coming my way. For sure. Okay, that seems like an overextension. Okay, he figured that out. All right. All right, let's bring you guys in. Yeah, let's just tie you up in melee. That's fine. And then you are a pretty easy pick. You should do a lot of damage there. All right. How am I losing cap weight on this point? That's not good. All right. I need to wait till another Senecor is here. Yep, you can come back. You're not really doing anything there now. And then I need to get another Sentinel. Okay, I have one. Not a lot of time. The the Minos are routing. That's not good. Wonder if it's time to start looking at trying to um, make moves elsewhere. There's a lot of shitty cap weight. So he did capture it. Now we try for the middle. He should be able to protect it. I think I don't quite have enough time. Yeah, I mean the Sphinx is hard to deal with. Because his infantry just sort of doesn't route. Yeah, that's it. I won't be able to do this. The wave of skeletons, they did it. All right, GG. There anything I can do? No, he just has so much mobility. All right. And maybe there was something here, but yeah, Beastmen are so tricky to play. Well played to Scrambled Egg. I liked his build. It was interesting. Yeah, it's Katep, not Cetra. Skeletons are an interesting idea, just saying like I'm not going to be able to do enough damage with them. I didn't get as much use out of my best core as I should have. I think I didn't time the attack well enough. Chariots actually paid for themselves in the end. Corngors didn't really do well. Maybe this one didn't get summoned, actually. No, it did. My Centaur play was probably lacking, but look at the Mino. 130 value. Whoa. I wonder what he focused it with at the end. Just like terror routed from half HP. Hmm. I mean, it just like I had a hard time breaking through. Maybe this would have been a good army to like dive into before he has like all of the elements that he wants on the field. Because as he got more units, it got harder to like get around his army. It's also very hard to tell which ones are skeletons and which ones are Nehekarans. The Nehekarans are significantly better. GG to Scrambled Egg. Yeah, the Centaur is definitely underperformed for me. Um, Maybe that's more to do with how I played them. Perhaps even switching out some of the Centaurs for here, let's look back at it for a second while we're waiting for the next one. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think my attack wasn't very well timed. I think that's part of it. The Centaurs are tough. Centaurs are hard to play. The players that are really good with Beastmen are really good at getting Centaurs on good targets and getting good engagements with Centaurs, which is not an easy thing to do for sure. All right, may as well wait till you get to the main fight. Summon more gore herds. His archers outrange me by a substantial amount. 140 versus 115. I thought it'd be cute and do like a flank overload at the beginning of the battle. Just throw like all of my cav off to the left, but it didn't end up being that effective. That was just one flock of doom. Did about 1k damage. So that's why I moved them over here, but then it was just like the battlefield was too large. It was hard to micro everything. Chaff taking shots, not really that big of a deal. That's what they're there for. You see how you can like form basically like an impenetrable formation, except on this side it's not impenetrable. Yeah, like I didn't time this very well. Ideally, the Bestigor one of the best scorers is fighting the front line. Maybe both of the best scorers are fighting in the front line. And then the uh, basically trying to break through the front line and then smash through with the Centaurs. But yeah, just like missing the charge over here is pretty not so good. Um, and like these two units were supposed to be part of the side flank, but I got too impatient and I kind of started the battle without a lot of my troops happening at once. And then this Eyes of the Desert was pretty annoying and killing some of my um, cav over here. Like at this point, have pretty wide battle line where most of my hard hitting troops are on the flanks. I'm guessing that spears are going to lose to skeleton warriors. But I'm not really like getting through to the archers. And I'm not winning the front lines because my damage dealers are like just getting shot over here. And the units that were over here just kind of bounced off. Centaur Micro wasn't terrible. Could have been a little better. I'm surprised that these didn't do better here. Killing the Eyes of the Desert. Stacked with infantry and support from a shooter. Maybe they just got an awkward charge. The Bestigors killed an archer and then stopped moving in front of another archer. Butchers of Kalkengard maybe could have done more. I mean, even at this point of the battle, like maybe I'm not losing here. The next round up. Next round is not up. Hmm. A lot of stuff routed off near the edge of the battlefield here too. A dangerous place to battle. Things got routed off here. A lot of the value that I lost was from routing units. Even at this point in the battle, I felt like this should be winning. Another cav that's going to route off with a lot of health. He did a good job chasing things down, I think. Maybe the Butchers of Kalkengard should be fighting here in the center. But it's so funny that he has just like skeletons for the most part left. But yeah, a lot of stuff routed. So at this state of the battle, even though the value is relatively close, I'm actually, and with healing, um, it was less than it seems. Maybe I should have just kept getting kills with that. Anyways, next round is not up yet. I'm guessing that the mistake was maybe not letting go of this point. There's no real reason to not be like cycle charging here. A bit of like laziness almost. This one Bestigor unit is just like killing everything. It's a decent unit. And the archer probably is the one that kills it in the end. Okay. No round 4 yet. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I can get these two on the point, and I could have gotten them sooner. And with this, I'm probably have the capture weight. Maybe skeleton archers don't have expendable. And perhaps at this point, I should be saving my flocks of dooms. Yeah, like I have the capture weight right now, and I like move him off. So I let him get the point basically for free. I probably could have bought another 30 seconds. Might have been the difference, but it would have been close. Maybe the archers come back here too. Yeah, small decisions I think made the difference here. Or be running interference with Malagor, things like that. I just didn't really think he'd have enough time for this. It was close. I'm shooting the one that has the missile resistance. A little silly. Where's my second round? Or where's my fourth round? Is the Centaur throwing axes actually throwing? This one? Looks like it. I mean, whether or not it's throwing at anything useful. Katep got like 1500, 1600 with just the Usirians. Maybe I'm just throwing a cav into here. Something like that. I'm just blocking some things up. Like, there's no real reason to let them advance so imminently. Maybe like using one cav to block all of this up. Honestly, maybe I just needed more chaff. But the chaff route very quickly, and then like the Sphinx would have been the problem. Oh, interesting that it didn't actually get the orders off there. And then most of my units were fighting like off the point. And the Syrians. So Katep got like over 2k with basically just Usirian's protection. Is it just archers that did all that damage? No, it's Eyes of the Desert and guard mode. I mean, this should be an easy win. Yeah, it probably didn't throw then because it like had a weird line of sight. They'll do that. This one routes from the charge here. Terror routes. I just didn't have buffer, so like the chap routed too quickly. Maybe the Zangor needed to be over here instead. And then he flips it in like 20 more seconds, right? Yeah. It was a close game. Probably some decisions could have been made better. But given that Scrambled Egg is one of the like top players and I'm playing just what the beginner build, it actually turned out okay. The beginner build was pretty fine too. Pretty reasonable. Pretty good. All right. Finally, the round is over, but turn hasn't started the next one. Yeah. Well, at this point, was there anything left I could do? Not really. I mean, there's a lot of infantry here. Korngors do have full capture weight, but it would be tricky. Wonder if the 400 cav, the 400 gold skeleton cav have full capture weight for like do they have two or they have three? Because they are skeletons. I mean, maybe I could have done something, but oh well. Do I have my next opponent yet? Like the Ungor Raiders weren't the best. They didn't have targets really to shoot. There weren't really obvious things they could fight. Bestigors probably would have been better in the front. Maybe the Zangors would have been too. And just the cheap spears on the sides. I thought like they would be good as flankers. And maybe like one or two. I mean, the Zangors both did pretty well. I think these are mostly just one summon. One of them got two summons. Um, yeah, the Butchers is not. It was hard to make these get value. But they did. They didn't pay for themselves, but they did pretty well. Eyes of the Desert got 1500. I mean, it's funny that the Skeleton Chariots, if they just do a lot of damage like right away, they can do like half of their value on one or two charges. And the Skeleton Archers did very well. I've actually played a very similar army against Beastmen before. It's a pretty nice build. Ironically, this build dies pretty hard to just like infantry spam, like a gore herd rush. So you saying that I should do a gore herd rush was correct. That would have worked out in this instance. Gotta listen to you. Rasan. Rasan, that's the last player. All right. Glade of the Everqueen. I think my last choice was. Oh wait, why do I have two messages? Oh no, my opponent is dwarves. I gotta play dwarves again. And this time we're corn, I think. Yep. A lot of players picked corn as their final pick, expecting to make it to like the fourth round. And play something sweaty. I just wanted to play corn on this map. All right. Let me just make sure this unit is not banned in this tournament. It is. Yeah, it's not banned. Funny, I feel like scrambled eggs build in the last one was a lot like the way he plays coast, like super wide some shooting. It used to be that everybody played Tomb Kings kind of like that. It just spammed out infantry and then win on capture weight. In this case, I just couldn't kill the infantry fast enough for um, like the things that actually did damage to trade. Let's look at the build again. We have the Great Weapon Mino is not going to be useful against dwarves. Um, but maybe not useful, but not incredibly useful. Neither are the Corn Gores. Not going to be super important, but they do have armor piercing. And what do we have on him again? So melee attack and melee minus melee defense, but they can't die. Pilgrimage of skulls to make them unbreakable. Okay. We do have some answers for Furies, so that's good. I kind of think in this case, I probably want to. It depends what he brings, but I probably want to throw my infantry into the grinder just so that I can get them back soon. Because I have a pretty limited number of infantry. If there's a lot of gyros, I'm just in trouble. Um, but if he has two gyros, I do have two furies and some throwing axes. It's not going to be enough, but it might be depending on how good he is at microing them. He's gone wider, 15 units. Um, I forgot that I have these to capture points at the beginning. Hmm. Gyros will be a problem for the berserkers. Well, let's just kind of go for a very like corn melee. Um, like I said, the goal will then be to try to get these infantry back in the pool. All right, I'll tell him. See, maybe I'll summon infantry right away. I'm just hiding everything in the woods. Maybe I'll do something a little annoying here. Actually try to push through the miners. I want to see what he has. I kind of want to prevent him from getting to the points sooner. Oh, that should have been a great dodge. Whoa, that was the blasting charges? Why do the blasting charges do so much damage? All right. Well, we're gonna go over here, run away. Hopefully these things will heal. Try to avoid the blob. The halberds should trade very well against miners. Miners are a pretty weak unit. He's got hero hammer. Where are your arrows going? I could kill some of you. I need these guys in melee so they can heal a bit. That wasn't as bad. Now, we want to capture this. I think we can just put the blood things. All right, we can go try to kill that ranger with this unit. All right. Maybe I'll even summon something to flank here. All right, you come back, rear charge, you come here. You're the cheapest thing, so you can take the blasting charges to the face. Try to dodge. Oh no. All right, it was a bad throw from them. All right. He's doing the right thing to run away from the Mino, the scary blob over here. Why did you route? You're not allowed to route. I think I need to bring probably some more stuff to reinforce. I don't know. Do we have anything that... I wonder what the range on this is. Not quite large. This thing will heal for a long time if it gets the chance, so the goal is definitely to try to get it to do a lot of healing. And do a little ranger sandwich there. Probably save up for the sword of corn. You can come back on the point. I think I'm actually going to try to do something a little sneaky here. Let's see if I can just delete his lord. I'm going to stack buffs. So this buff on you, then do this buff. See if that makes a difference. Like, shouldn't you be doing like insane damage right now? Your melee attack should be 110. Um, bring you behind. I'm actually gonna bring you back. There's no real reason to just throw you in. All right. Now we rear charge, and then boop. And then let's see if we can kill Felix. I need my infantry back. I would very much like some of this to come back. All my infantry seems to be dead. That's not great. Grim Delvers. Alright, so Felix is now dead. Just ignore the Dwarf Warriors. Let's bring you back. Let's just take some pressure off. Ooh, and then a Sword of Corn. Actually, let's just... Alright, you stay here for a second. Oh, it was running. 2, 1. Boop. Alright. I'm saving funds because I'm hoping that my infantry come back, but they're not coming back. So let's just bring in another Mino to help us anchor down the back point. Is the Lord dead? I guess so. I'm being kind of annoying with the points. All right, let's rotate you guys, everybody over here. We'll just try to get a quick pick on the back. And I guess while I'm still waiting for the infantry to come back, let's see if I can kill the Grimdelvers and then put you on and Unbreakable. That should be nice. All right, so make a little quick pick of this. I probably want to start getting some more troops over there. And spread a little thin. The runesmith survived. Let's actually just push down the line. And just summon one of these while I still have funds. All right. Actually just gonna throw a Fury on top of the Grim Delvers. Maybe I'll bring them over here and act like cavalry. But we do have Korngors back now. I wish this guy had like an AoE buff on the oh. Didn't die too bad. Bring a second one over. Actually, let's even bring a third one here. That's it's annoying. But one thing at a time. Summon another Fury just to chase down the Iron Drakes. Don't need you all here anymore. Oh, yeah, okay, so let's use this Fury unit to go get those things. Oh, no, you don't want to do that, huh? One. Okay, you're dead. Now, I'm gonna try to put the buffs on the Furies. I think it's better to kill the Rangers first, just because they'll die quicker. And then the second one is here. I do another Sword of Corn. Boop. All right. Now, I guess let's just keep ping-ponging, honestly. We have some more infantry. Tempted to put a Sword of Corn down right here. Now I'm extra tempted. Now that you're surrounded, I can do the unbreakable. And let's just put the Sword of Corn down. Why not? Oh, it captured my back point. When did that happen? That's kind of funny. I just wasn't looking at it. Well, this was an interesting game. It's pretty much over now. This thing can just keep healing. I'm kind of tied up in his spawn. Just do this. I don't want my lord to die, but really a huge deal, honestly. Just getting like shot point blank. Boop, boop. What is he running towards me for? Be careful not to lose on points for some silly reason. Wish I had another Sword of Corn right now. All right, well, good game. Not really a big deal. I can kind of AFK here. GG to my opponent. He's got like everything tied up in one spot. He would take a million years to capture the points, and I have so many like quality infantry there. He's trying for it. Shoot the runesmith. Shoot the miners. Shoot the dwarf warriors. GG. So 2-2 again. Sword. Sword is nice. The Wrathmonger is 3K. I'm guessing a lot of that was on the hero squad. They died pretty quickly. And then yeah, like the Minos did very well. He didn't really have anything to kill the Minos. Yeah, so 2-2. The two losses were against pretty good players. Probably could have played the Skaven game. I guess both of the ones against strong players were reasonably close, and the other two were instructive, I guess, hopefully, on how to play the builds. This build from my opponent, I mean, I don't mind the hero hammer. This one in particular is a little expensive, but the miners are probably not good into corn. I say that though, and they did get decent value. I think they only summoned once or twice. It is like nothing in the starting army really to kill the most dangerous corn units, which are like this. I mean, maybe that's what the hero hammer was for. Let me just report the score. Yeah, I had Scylla, but it wasn't. There was no need for it in the end. Like it didn't have something to attack. If there was like a big, like if this was Tomb Kings, I'd bring that out. Um, but there wasn't like, there's not really much. I mean, I guess I could have brought him out to like punish single entities, and he probably would do almost as much damage. Um, but yeah, not really needed. I think stuffing was fine. But yeah, so 2-2. I'm not gonna cast the semis probably because Turin will cast. Um, and then dwarves. Turin will cast the semis, so we can just go watch his stream. Yeah, but so for the like theme of the tournament, which was to like play just beginner builds, this was satisfying. Yeah, I mean 2-2 is fine. Learn a little bit. I don't play that much Skaven in general, so um, that game was instructive for me as well. And yeah, fun tournament. We'll see when I next can stream, but thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna end it here, but look out for a very silly video posted sometime soon. And then I'll be finishing up the beginner build series. I think there's like 2 or 3 more factions left. So, yep. Catch y'all later. Have a good rest for your day or night, whatever it is. Later.